a new season but the same old Chelsea.
Me, Caicedo didn't do bad. It was just a bad game for him. Yeah.
The Chelsea was shaky. Cole was much more shaky. Thiago Silva was not coordinating these boys. Let Raheem Sterling go back to the bench.
The Chelsea should start from the bench. He's not ready for the role he's playing. For me, yeah.
We had a shaky defense today. The first error that led to the goal was a defensive error. The second error that led to the goal was also a defensive error. That's your flat back four. If you pair Cole or Disasi with Thiago Silva, no issues. Do you understand? Have your back four, have two defensive midfielders, and then have your forward line with Modric. Let Modric start game first. See, the chances you are giving to Raheem Sterling, if you give Modric half of the chance, he will deliver. You don't give someone chance. You bought it for 88 million pounds. Trossard that was used to replace at Arsenal has already contributed almost 20 goals to Arsenal. This guy has not contributed a single goal in an official match for Chelsea.
We lost it. After them, we lost a couple of chances, and then when they came to the second half, they had yes and they took it. So generally, if you look at the possession, we had more of the possession, but they had more of the goals. So that's why they came out victorious.
Okay, about Pochettino, what do you feel Pochettino will do differently in our next game on Friday?
He did very well, actually. Selection was great, but the only thing I think he should do or not to do is include Disasi to the starting lineup. He's still trying to blend into the starting 11. Okay, he can start from the bench. Maybe a Chalobah. Disasi should start from the bench. He's not ready for the role he's playing. For me, yeah.
Well, we saw Caicedo giving up a clumsy penalty. What are your thoughts? Do you think he should start the next game?
He should start. Kante, when his debut game for Chelsea that year, he played against Arsenal and we were defeated 3-0. And look at Kante today, one of our best players ever in Chelsea. So for me, Caicedo didn't do bad. It was just a bad game for him. Yeah.
Such a disappointing day, and a new season but the same old Chelsea. Plenty chances, no goal. 77% of the ball, more than 10-15 chances on goal, even a penalty, but no goal. That is the difference between a clinical side and a side that is out to just play and entertain. Just so disappointing, and from the lineup I'm so disappointed because I was expecting that midfield of Chukwuemeka and Gallagher to have, if you want to play this guy, start him. He was bought for 150 million. Let him start. That's my take. Let Caicedo start. That's my yes. See, he needed to prove a point, and you cannot bring a defensive midfielder when you are losing to come and prove a point. He wants to prove a point. He had to throw that leg, and it was clumsy. And at the end of the day, he became the headline that Caicedo commits on his debut. I'm so disappointed. I'm so angry, and I don't know who to blame. But I told you last week I have my reservation about Pochettino. Yeah. Now he has not won anything in England. What has he won? French Ligue 1, which every manager, even guy carry me go French League, I go win am. No be Mbappe and Messi use. Mbappe and Neymar. Messi no dey there that time. I go win am. Give me PSG. Give me any player. I go use and win French League 1.
What do you think Poch should do differently going into the next game?
Going into the next game, bring on your normal defensive midfielders, Lavia and Caicedo. Start them. Start your back four. You don't know how to play back three. I don't know the system. Now you have not mastered the game. You want to do Guardiola because it's what he did against Liverpool. I thought it's because it's Liverpool. He's trying to play. Now you are doing Pep Guardiola by playing a back three, playing higher line. You play high line and you have old man in defense. That's what cost us the second goal. He came from high line. Ben Chilwell is playing high. Even Malo Gusto is playing high. And there's an old man in the defense, 38-year-old, soon to be 39. And you want to play high line. How do you cope with the counter attack? See, there's speed with Antonio. There is strength with Antonio. When you are going to the London Stadium, you expect West Ham to defend deep. And if you know they will defend deep, take your chances. And that has been the problem of Chelsea all through last season. And we are back to default setting again.
So do you think Poch should switch up things in the forward
line? In the next game, let Raheem Sterling go back to the bench. This is my lineup for the next game. Start your flat back four. If you pair Cole or Disasi with Thiago Silva, no issues. Do you understand? Have your back four, have two defensive midfielders, and then have your forward line with Modric. Let Modric start game first. See, the chances you are giving to Raheem Sterling, if you give Modric half of the chance, he will deliver. You don't give someone chance. You bought it for 88 million pounds. Trossard that was used to replace at Arsenal has already contributed almost 20 goals to Arsenal. This guy has not contributed a single goal in an official match for Chelsea.
Edache, a disappointing outing for Chelsea at the London Stadium. What are your general thoughts about this game?
Wow, so sad, very disappointing outing for us. Okay, from the formation, I felt Pochettino want to, reward, hard work with this very formation by retaining same formation, same players. The only changes there, the only changes in this very formation was those two coming in for James, injured James, no doubt. But in the preseason we played 4-5-1. Okay, I felt the Liverpool game was a big game, so he decided to use a tactical, formation to approach that very game. But this very game, a West Ham game, a derby game, a West Ham game, a lesser game than Liverpool, you will have returned us back to our normal formation that we use in the preseason. No doubt, no wahala. But the problem now is we had a shaky defense today. The Sassi was shaky. Cowell was much more shaky. Thiago Silva was not coordinating these boys, and one or two errors. The first error was a defensive error. The first error that led to the goal was a defensive error. The second error that led to the goal was also a defensive error. In the first goal, Chukwuemeka was covering nobody, was marking no one, and he left the whole lot of space at the back. And Conor Gallagher was not, he didn't pick his man very well. He didn't pick the man well, and that space was left. That was how we conceded. We equalized. Brilliant goal from Chukwuemeka, very brilliant goal for Chukwuemeka. But the point for us, the point when we needed to switch the game to our favor was when we had that penalty and Enzo couldn't deliver. We failed at the end of the first half.
About Enzo missing a penalty, do you think we should have another penalty taker, or we should leave it to Enzo?
Enzo is a penalty taker and he's good now. He has lost one, doesn't mean he's not good at what he does. It's normal, but for this game it hurts that he lost. But Enzo could take penalty. Ryan Sterling is there. Jackson, you could also give Jackson that penalty to play to boost his morale. He has been striving very hard and he has been putting his strength to make sure he gets the goal. So Enzo playing is not bad. But it's just a bad day for him and he missed.
So moving forward, what do you think Pochettino should do differently in our next game on Friday?
Our next game is on Friday. No problem. We've learned a very difficult lesson, a very hard lesson, and it's good it's happening now. But remember Conte era started very slow.
Yeah, I remember.
At the end we were very bright and it ended well. Mind you, I'm telling you this for free. The beginning will not justify the end. That is just it for me. The beginning, what you see today will not justify the end. An improved Chelsea will come out next weekend on Friday. So it's better it happens now because there's a whole lot to learn from the defense to the midfield. If you are starting Caicedo, start Caicedo. We don't want you to be gambling the formation. If you want to start him, you want to make a statement. If you want him to make a statement on his debut, start him.